So here to gossip of shows, find your own voice, link from within. So guys, if it is your first time here at Gossip of Shows, my name is Nomsa. I help my audience find their own voice and look from within, finding your own voice in every area of your life. And I'm a relationship coach, your love harmonist, matchmaker. So if it is your first time, to take a seat and enjoy being with me, spending time with me here at Gossip of Shows. And to my audience, guys, I'm sorry I have not, on Friday, we were not here, we didn't do live because I was away. But I'm here today and my voice is a bit cranky. So you're going to have to bear with me. And yeah, so the topic for today is how to deal with jealousy in a relationship. Is it ever healthy? So I have just realized, guys, I'm gonna have to come back. Not sure how I can do this. I'm not sure if I'm actually live on the screen. If I'm live, um, I'm not sure if I'm live everywhere. So I'm gonna try to do that work while I speak to you guys. If you can bear with me for 1 second, um, I'm gonna need to actually go to the screen and change the topic because I don't think the topic has been changed. Um, so yeah, but I will do it while I talk to you. And yeah, dealing with jealousy is really important. I don't know how you guys are. I love to hear your personal stories, how you guys have dealt with jealousy in a relationship. But I don't do anyway, by the way, I don't date guys that are jealous. For me, it's a red flag. If I date someone and they're still jealous in a relationship, for me, it's enough. So, but I would love to hear. I've never dated a guy who actually jealous, who becomes jealous in a relationship. Okay, so now I need to go to you. Um, Never dated a guy who is jealous, and I don't think I can put up with them if they are out there. But they do exist. So what I had to do for me, guys, um, I did the Paul McKenna's program. And so I'd love to hear your stories of how you've been able to deal with jealousy. Like I said, if you guys are coming on to the show, I'm trying to set up a checklist to make this set up. Hopefully, it will allow me to change the topic. So I hope it will allow me to do that. Is it going to allow me? Let's see. Updates. I hope it allows me to change it. So I love to hear your stories, guys, of how you've been able to deal with jealousy in a relationship. Because I think it is okay, um, jealousy is a big problem. It can destroy relationship as well. So yeah, looks like I'm all updating, guys. Let me see whether it's done it. Yeah, it's done it. It's done it, LinkedIn. Yeah, it's done it everywhere. Uh, where is even used to go? Because it shows. Okay, it looks like, okay, It looks like impulsive purchase speed is actually having an error. It's refusing to, oh, come on. Don't tell me even hope spring as well is not springing. Come on, man. Okay, I think it's refusing to stream on Facebook, which I'm gonna have to, oh, let me see what I'm gonna have to do. I don't think I am streaming on Facebook. I might be streaming on my personal page, but I don't think I'm streaming in other places. My first pictures am I streaming? Oh yeah, I'm streaming here. But why is it saying it's saying I'm not streaming? So guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. And I don't like to do this live. I don't know why is it doing this to me, but that's part of life. So let me see if I'm live at Hope Spring in an introduction videos. Hope Spring, Hope, Hope Spring. Am I live, guys? Yeah, looks like I'm live, but to me it says I'm not live. So jealousy is a big, big problem to deal with. I'm just gonna share this with you. Okay, jealousy is inevitable guest that shows up in even most loving relationship. It can destroy your relationship. Sometimes it comes as a whisper. Why is he giving her so much attention? Other times it arose, I don't trust you anymore. Whether subtle or explosive jealousy, it can shake the very foundation of the relationship. It can actually destroy. But it is always like bad, or it can be a signal and not pointing to something deeper in a relationship, like a fear, unhealed wounds, or emotional needs. Like what I said to you guys at first, when I started to put my personal development, I had to work on Paul McKenna's program. My first module that I had to deal with, it was dealing with jealousy. So I had to work on that, and I think it really, really helped because jealousy can show up in anything. It can show up with friends when you're in a relationship with friends. It can show up when business success, when other people are succeeding, and when because life is different. So we get blessed. God give us blessings in different times, different seasons. So sometimes, so I had to deal with jealousy in order for me when my friends are blessed, when I feel like God is going on a holiday, so I don't feel jealousy in my friends. I don't feel jealousy or maybe try to think that my friends are succeeding or not, or even the men that I date. I had to deal with it. So I don't, so I'm healed properly. So I had to deal with that. So I don't know how you guys have had to deal with jealousy. So for me, that's how I had to deal with it. It was important. And before we got any further with the module, I was dealing with how to mend the broken heart. So the whole thing that I had to work on is mending my broken heart. But before mending the broken heart, entering the actual topic, we had to deal with jealousy. So it was very, very interesting, very, very interesting topic. And but from that, I had to realize that I don't need to be jealous. So it helped me in so many areas of my life. Even when I'm with my friends, when they succeeded, I don't get jealous. I accept that I celebrate them. So it helped me to celebrate people around me. So you can share with me guys how you've been able to deal with it. So step number one, guys, acknowledge jealousy exists. Pretending you are fine if you are not fine, when you are feeling inside, it only fuels resentment. Denial creates emotional pressure and eventually it explodes. So acknowledging jealousy doesn't mean you are weak. It makes you emotional intelligent. Say it with love. I feel jealous. I don't know why, but I feel jealous and I want to understand why. This is a vulnerability is the starting point of healing. Sometimes men can make a woman feel jealous, or sometimes a woman can make a man feel jealous. This is where sometimes if they feel like their life is not complete, so they can try to do other things or to chat with other men to make their husband jealous or anything. Sometimes people do that. For me, I don't see a point, guys, for me to make someone jealous. If someone wants to be with me, they want to be with me. So there are no games. I don't believe in games. I don't believe in me playing mind games to get a man or to get attention. I don't believe in that. So what I believe is I believe in life has to be straightforward. If I'm with a guy, if a guy loves me with all their heart, they will respect me and they will do whatever is necessary for them to give me that attention that I need. Because in love, you don't need a person. You want that person to make you feel special. So why should a woman or a man have to they try hard to get that closeness that they need? So that means it's not real. I don't believe in that. Before I believe in it, before I had before I got tortured by Satan, maybe I believed it a little bit, but after being tortured by Satan, I don't believe that I have to play mind games with anybody. I don't believe in that. Being way people say you have to make your spouse jealous. I don't believe that. But for me, I feel if I have to make him jealous, it's against that. That means it's not for me. Jealous is really just about your partner talking to someone else. It's often about a deeper wound. Are you afraid of losing them? Do you feel neglect? Did past betrayal teach you not to trust? So trace your jealousy. Where does it come from? Back to desperation. Like a detective of the heart. You can't treat what you don't want to darkness. So you have the darkness. So where does it come from? Is it coming from your past? To separate the healthy jealousy from toxic possessions. A small protective feeling like I value you and I don't want to lose you. It can be a sign of love. But when it turns out into you are not allowed to talk to anyone, that's control, not caring. Learn to recognize when jealousy is just a signal and when it's becoming emotional handcuffs. Because it can change you as well in a relationship, and then it can change you unknowingly and say, I don't want you talking to people, or I don't want you wearing that person when you go out. Why are you wearing it? Who do you want to see you and stuff? So second, jealousy needs to stop. Breathe. Ask yourself, why am I really feeling this way? What? Reacting from emotion without a reflection it can cause harm. Take time to process before you speak. This is how you shift your reaction to response. Don't weaponize jealousy to manipulate your spouse. You don't need to manipulate your spouse. Like I said before, guys, if I don't have to manipulate someone to love me, if I have to manipulate a man to be with me, that means they don't love me. Jealousy is not a tool to get more attention or punish them or the arguments saying things like, well, maybe you all need to or never go and flint or build walls. Real love communicates, isn't it? If it doesn't create a drama, guys, to get the meat. If you are hurt and sad, clearly not manipulative. Tell your spouse that I'm hurting because I feel that I'm not being valued. Because if someone valued you, they wouldn't want you to feel jealous. I know there are other coaches that actually recommend that to go flirt with other guys or with other women to make them jealous, do this to make them jealous. I don't feel, for me personally, I don't think we should play mind games with other people's children. I don't think so. I personally don't think we should play games when it comes to the relationship, when it comes to love. I personally don't think we should actually play mind games with people. I feel that if someone loves you and they truly, truly want to be with you, they will be with you regardless of what you do. And they will honor you, they will value you. That's my belief. That if a man wants to be with you, a woman wants to be with you, they will value you. So you can share your experiences, guys. Communicate openly and kind. So you so tell your spouse how do you feel without attacking. Tell them instead of you're always making me jealous. Try that I feel insecure when you spend time with her without telling me your vulnerability invites compassion, your blame invites evasive. Choose the tone that leads to love, not war. Heal the insecurity within. Sometimes it will be the insecurity. So if you are not insecure, try to heal. Jealous often exposes the belief I'm not good enough. This is your chance to rebuild your inner foundation if you're not enough. Not through your partner's validation, but through your own self-love. Affirm daily, I am worthy of love, I am enough and secure myself. So you can actually, if you feel that you're jealous, like I said before, guys, I've never dated someone where in my whole life, I've never dated a guy and I feel jealous when they're communicating with a woman. All I trust is I trust that person that they're doing the right thing for my own, for my life, for my own, for our own relationship. If I'm dating someone, I believe that they'll respect me. They wouldn't do anything to jeopardize our relationship. But if that happens, if that person disrespects me, it means they never cared about me. So reaffirm the foundation of your relationship. Remind each other what you are building. Trust your loyalty, emotional self. Talk about the values you both stand for in a relationship. When the foundation is clear, outside the winds like jealousy won't shake your head. So it's really, really important. Some people, they can get jealousy with family. Some people can get jealousy with the mothers of their spouse. Some people can get jealous with their exes. So I don't hang out with the guys that hang out with their exes. I don't do that unless if you have children. Because number one, if you have dated that woman and you feel you have to be with them, you should date them. So I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to put up your ex. So their time is come, is gone. So if I'm dating a guy, I don't want to hang out with your exes. I don't do that. So I just want to date a guy that is completely finished with his past business. Because if you don't have a child with your ex, so why would you want to hang out with them because they are called your ex? So that ex should open a room for somebody to enjoy that relationship. So I don't date those guys that keep their exes. Exes are meant to be bent that way and over and done. So I don't date those that this is my ex and we will be doing this, we doing that. I don't do that rubbish to me. So I wouldn't want to put myself in that position. Um, and the other thing is if you have gone Like if you date a guy and they are flirting with other people, there might be trauma in them, or that person, a woman, if it's a woman, she may still have trauma that she needs to deal with in her life. So it's important for that person to make sure that they deal with the problems, because to be honest, messing people's head is not right. I believe in one thing, guys. If I love the person, we go fully, we enjoy the relationship, and that person grows up, they're, if they're still that person that have to get permission from the family, that means they still need to deal with their own problems. If they need to grow up first, they were not for me. And if I have to battle, like when you go out with families, they are outings, so that maybe sometimes there could be celebration, families and stuff. If I still have to battle, I'm a family person, but if I still have to battle you to understand that I have to live my life and we have to live our own life. So if they say like, I go to church myself on Sundays, and I wouldn't go to a birthday party of my family members and not go to church. I wouldn't do that. So what I would do is I will go to church, and then after church, I'll go and celebrate whatever party that, because the family is important to me. I love family. So if someone has to, like, let's say, make me feel jealous or say, okay, or this is my family and blah, 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 I wouldn't feel jealous about that. But I will sit down with them and discuss, because sometimes we can be jealous and feel that this person loves their family more than, but sometimes they just need to grow up. Because when you get married or when you get together with someone, what they need to do is um, they need to live their own life. And everything now is now come down to communication. Like I said, I'm going to church. I've had guys annoying me, but I go to church. And the guy will be like, I've got to go to the birthday parties at this time. Like maybe let's say 12 o'clock. I'm like, I've got to go to church first. And then I'll go to the party after. And then sometimes I get angry. But I wouldn't feel jealous because that person is putting their family first. You know, when you get together with someone, this is where like communication comes to play. If I'm booking something or if I'm doing something, I have to, or that family can do whatever they want, but then come and celebrate with me later. I'm okay with it. But I'm just trying to make sure, guys, you don't fight with families and say you always put your family first. Sometimes the people don't know how to deal with problems. They don't know. There's been like even my clients where they feel that they don't know how to say no. Where sometimes they say, oh, whenever there's a celebration, I feel jealous because they always put their family, they always want me to go to their family dues and whatsoever. And even when I'm doing something, so you don't have to feel jealousy in that part. You can communicate and say, honey, why don't we do this at the second time? Or completely say, we are not available that day. But we can arrange another day to come and celebrate it together, or to take you guys out on us because we are not available. Everything is just all about communication, but people don't intend to communicate properly. So you don't need to get jealous. But then if there's jealous, I've spoken about jealous about exes. If a man, I've mentioned that if a man is jealous because of their exes, they want to hang out their exes. Let's put them in, they give them the red card. Or a woman wants to hang out, just put them on the red card, because if that person is their ex and they still find them, want to hang out with them, It means that they have not made up their decision about their lives, their future. And then when it comes to stars, brothers, there are some people who are very, very close to their families. Like I said, I've covered family dues and stuff. There are some people who can get jealous and say, you always go to your mothers, you always listen to your mother. This is when a child, a man has to grow up, make his own decision to fit his own family. This is where a woman has to grow up. I watched Steve Harvey, and the guy went to Steve Harvey because he was tired. He said, I cannot celebrate anything with my wife without her family. And the wife has a big family, guys. Big, huge. They're called something family. And even if Steve Harvey, they were there. They were like, we're a family. We're happy. Everything we do. And the guy was like, you know what? I've had enough of this. I think I've been married for 16 years. And the guy was like, I've had enough. I cannot have my time with my wife every time as a family. And I think the guy he felt that he felt loved, but at the same time, he felt that I don't know how he felt. I have to watch it again, but I don't know how he felt. So sometimes people can feel jealous when a man or a woman loves it too much in his family. Like myself, I love my family very, very much. I'm a very, very family person. But when I'm dating someone, I open a room for that person to feel at home. Not to be always like my family. I open a room to let them into my world so they can enjoy my world. So we don't have to feel jealousy. So learn your attachment style as well, like I said before. Are you anxious or need constantly reassurance? Some people may need constantly reassurance. Avoidance to shut when emotions arise, secure and able to express your needs calmly. Knowing your attachment style helps you understand your triggers, and it gives your partner a road maybe to love you better. So those are things that are really, really, really important. Don't blame your partner for your feelings. However you feel, your emotions are valid, but your partner isn't emotionally punching back. Instead of lashing out or blaming them, just stay open and communicate. It's like set healthy boundaries. Many jealous rises through Larry's line. Can we follow exes online? Letting, okay, when you date a guy, they don't need to flirt with anybody. They will go out one-on-one with friends of the opposite sex. Boundaries are not about control, they're about clarity, and clarity breeds security. I went out one day and we were just talking, like sitting, sitting, and some couples were there. But then one of the ladies, she crossed the line by saying something to my friend as a husband, which you don't cross the line. Since she crossed the line by saying something that is flirtatious, and we all recognize it, so my friend got really upset, and she was like, I've got to go now because I feel like disrespected, and which we all realize that she was being disrespected. You don't have to, couples are couples, you don't have to, no matter how close you are with them or friends, you don't have to cross the line and flirt with their husband or anything. I think you're better than their husband and really make them feel insecure. You don't have to make someone feel insecure because our job is to love one another. Our job is to make sure that when we are together, we make other people feel loved, not to rip them apart. So I witnessed her being ripped apart by another woman who actually her husband wasn't even attracted to her, because I know her husband very well. He's a very, very respected guy. I used to hang out with him a lot. And so when I hang out with him, we just talk about normal stuff, football and stuff. So he's not that kind of a person who get flirtatious with people, who doesn't do all that kind of things. So you are allowed in those moments when boundaries are crossed, you are allowed to speak up. But when you speak up, don't get angry or blame your husband or blame anybody. That person has to take the responsibilities. In my life, on my personal page, and why have I put someone else? Okay, yeah. So, um, was life? Why are you saying I was life? Okay, I don't know, guys, what's going on. It says that I was live, so I'm not sure if I got cut off on my personal page. Let me correct this. Um, let me share this. Let me correct it. Yeah, so you have to respect each other. I think that's important. When you date someone, you have to date someone that truly, truly treats you with respect. Because when you date someone that makes you jealous, they can mess your head up. Really, really mess your head up. Like leaving your heart, no understanding why you are in that relationship. So make sure when you are in a relationship, guys, date a woman that respects you and date a guy that respects you, not people that actually make you feel that you are not enough. So stop assuming the worst. Jealousy can make us imagining, like, can make your imagination run wild by assuming the worst before gathering facts, damage trust in your partner. If your partner says um, they are they're working late, maybe you think maybe they're not, and don't immediately assume anything, to ask the questions instead of accusing them. Clarity before you can conclude, give them the benefits of the doubt until proven otherwise. For me, they can't do that to me, guys. I cannot date a guy that can lie to me anyway. If someone does not love me and they lie to me, I just get to know, because I can just go to their soul and find out what the lies that they are not telling me. So strengthen emotional intimacy. Physical attraction may start a relationship, but emotional connection sustains it. The more emotionally close you feel to your spouse, the less room jealousy has to grow. So spend time talking deeply with your spouse, asking questions, sharing dreams, fears, talk about your fears. Emotionally intimacy builds a bond stronger than temporary doubts. And that's why it's important to don't date guys that don't respect you. Don't date guys that don't want to be with you. Because if you date a woman that does not want to communicate with you, so that's why you have to go deep with your spouse to get to know them. Celebrate that freedom. They need to give you that freedom, and you need to be free. And you need to celebrate each other. You don't own your spouse anything, but love isn't about possession, it's about freedom with accountability. When you actually celebrate your partner's individuality, their friendship, passion, and independence, you create a space where they want to stay, not escape. Love without fear, without liberates out of fear. So make sure that you give them that space. Make sure you love them. Challenge the scarcity mindset. When your mindset is being challenge it. There might be something that actually is triggering that person to feel jealous. Scarcity says, I will be replaced. No one can replace you. Love says I'm secure. When you operate from fear or no of loss, you cling. But when you know that your worth is not negotiable, you rest. You remind yourself there is enough love, attention, connection to go around. You don't have to compete to be seen. You don't have to do anything. So love is precious. Address patterns from the past. All the claims that show up in your life, guys. If someone betrayed you before, you might see the sign of betrayal in that relationship. So it's okay, it's normal. So jealousy often isn't about the current partner, but it's about the unresolved pain. Look at the patterns. What still needs healing? What are you projecting? A new love can't fix an old wound. Only you can, guys. So don't replace by wanting attention or wanting to like heal your wounds by just focus on healing your wounds. If you feel that there is part of you that needs healing, just focus, get a coach and heal your wounds and practice self-care daily. Look after yourself. Jealousy feeds on emotional depletion when you are tired, when you're stressed, um, or disconnect from yourself, the insecurity creeps in. Read, like pray, walk, rest, create. I don't have time, guys, for me to feel jealous because I spend time with God. And also I trust when I'm dating someone, I have to trust that they love me and I love them. I have to give them my whole attention because if I'm not giving that person attention, then I feel unloved. So choose trust daily. Trust is not a one-time decision. It's daily choice. You make a choice to be with that person. So when you make a choice to be with them, uh, choose to be with them, choose to spend time with them, choose to make them feel special. Get curious, not critical. Instead of judging your jealousy, get curious about it. Ask, where is it coming from? Why is it revealing about? What is it revealing about you? Self-compassion leads to growth, but criticism, especially self-criticism, only deepens the wound. So jealousy isn't your enemy, it's your inner self waving a flag asking for love. So it's important to actually face that, to celebrate what makes you valuable. Every time jealousy whisper, you are not enough, answer it the truth. I am fully and wonderful man. List your strength, passion, and what you bring to the relationship. Let gratitude for yourself drown out of the inner critics. Consider working with the coach as well. If you feel that, you know what, this jealousy, if you feel that you need to go deep, you can consider working with the coach. Cultivate a transparency. In a relationship is important when both partners committed to transparent. Suspicion has no room to live. Share password. I've never had a phone where I have a password. So the way I think everyone knows my password in my house, where I have to actually hide my password. I don't see why I should hide like identity emotional back. I don't hide my password, but I don't. At the same time, I wouldn't go to someone else's phone because I feel that is private. So I don't do that. Like I said, I've never dated creep guys that really, they have to make me jealous and make me feel jealous. I've never dated that kind of person. avoid radiolatry behavior. Don't respond jealousy by trying to make the spouse feel jealous in return. No, don't ever do that. I know there are some people who recommend that messes someone's head. This turns your relationship into a battlefield of egos and stuff. If you feel hard to say it out loud, tell them how you feel, communicate it, you need clarity. Immature reactions only deepens the distances. Choose playing over games and never ever play with the games. Never ever play games in a relationship. Never. No one jealousy is winning some. Sometimes the jealousy is not irrational, it is intuitive. If your partner is constantly secretive, disrespectful, or aversive, your gut may be letting you something that is going on. Don't ignore patterns of dishonest. Trust your discernment, not just your desire. Build your inner circle of support. Have support. You don't have to carry jealousy alone. Talk to other people. Talk to someone who can guide you, who's a friend or a mentor, a coach, or a therapist to process your feelings outside of the relationship. They can help you enter conversation with clarity and peace instead of tension. But what you don't do is you don't go and talk to your spouse, talk about your spouse to your friends. You don't go to talk about your spouse to your family. That is forbidden, guys. Because when you talk to you have to talk to somebody who is qualified, who is honest, because that's where relationship gets destroyed. If you go and talk to the family they'll feel picked. Because there's two sides of the story. They will destroy that relationship by giving advice that is not right. And because for them, they think they're giving you the right advice, and the relationship will be destroyed. And also for me, I don't get between people's relationships. I'm happy to listen to someone. I don't play coaching when it comes to my family either. I'm happy to listen, but I don't give advice. I can trigger something for that person to correct whatever they need to get the answers that they need. I can use psychology, but I will never ever take side and say, oh, this person should not be doing this, because of that. You don't really know what goes on when two people. I in my relationship, I had stories that apparently I had stopped my business and I'm falling back to God, to church now, and becoming obsessed with the church. And then people were telling the father of my children to leave me because they didn't feel that I was good enough for him. And I didn't feel, but I wasn't doing none of that. Number one, I was studying university. Number two, which is that when you're studying, guys, it was a nightmare. Number two, something was happening in my family. Someone was ill in my family. I knew that person, because for me, I'm a gifted. So when someone is dying, I can tell that this person is dying, even though sometimes I decided to live in denial and hoping that they'll get better. So I knew that this person was dying. So I dedicated my time spending time with them. And I spent time with studying as well, and spending time with my business. I have to say things with her. And dealing with the Lucifer, the sacrifice, things were not easy. They were hard. And he was hitting me in every area of my life, the finances, everywhere. But then people were making things up, and Lucifer was helping them to make all these things up. So that's why I'm talking from experience, guys, that never, ever, ever go to the family and seek advice. Because when you seek advice, the person that is seeking advice, I may go and seek advice to my family, but I may not tell my family the whole story, which I will make the man looks bad. So never ever go to your family and seek advice or friends. Friends, you talk about your own troubles. Backstabbing your partner or your spouse is not acceptable. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to talk to them. That's when you have to talk to someone who is qualified, because that person will be able to trigger something for you to get advice or suggest you both come and talk together. For me, I was busy, guys, thinking my life was great, but behind my back, people were plotting to actually destroy my life. It was then later that's when I realized, oh, this is what they thought. I wasn't thinking to becoming to work full time in church and not running my business. Because when you work for God, guys, it is not your decision. It's God who tells you that my work, I need you to begin my work. It's God who comes to you and tell you that begin my work. You don't just become a pastor. You begin the work because God tells you to do so. There's no negotiable. When God tells you to do something, you can't say, God, I've got to do this, I've got to do my business, because he can kill you. That's his job. He can kill you for not listening to him. God can kill you. He can make you sick until you do what he wants you to do. So for me, I was just going through my own issues. Issues. Yeah, because issues, guys, they do happen. Yeah, I was going through my own issues. And the people just assume in that process, they destroyed my life. Instead of advising good advice, but they gave the wrong one, which wasn't me. And but Lucifer was involved anyway. He was involved. So, because he makes people see what is not there. He's done, try that with you as well. So embrace your emotional maturity. Emotional maturity means taking responsibility for your connection. Regulate your emotions and choosing respect over reactivity. Create rituals that connect you with your spouse, to reconnect with your spouse. Jealousy can create emotional distance. So um, um, to close the gap, develop ways to reconnect. For me, is to connect with my spirit. And then when I reconnect with my spirit, I make sure that I'm connected with everything around me. Remember, love is a space. Love should be a like soft place to land, not a battlefield. If you are constantly afraid of being abandoned or rejected, the healing is needed. Healthy relationship reminds you are safe here, you are chosen, you are loved. When a woman makes you feel that you are not chosen, you are not loved, run. That means that person is not good for you. Practice gratitude for your spouse. Gratitude shapes perspective instead of focusing on what is wrong. And remember, when this person chooses to be with you, when someone says, I want to introduce you to my family, I want you to get to know my family, I want you to be with me, or they propose, I want to marry you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I want to have children with you. It's a choice. So you don't need to question that choice. There are people who are players, guys, red flags are there from the beginning. So we don't need to discuss about those. You need to put them in the bin and move on. And don't hope that things are going to get better when someone is giving you red flags from the beginning in a relationship. But there are guys and women who are ready to commit. And when they do commit, even if you have had a trauma in the past, you never question their loyalty because they chose to be with you. So they love you. But there are some that pretend it anyway, so you can tell those who pretend. Revisit and review relationship agreement because a relationship has an agreement. So we grow, the agreement may not stay the same, which is fine. It's fine. What worked in the beginning might not work later on in a relationship. So talk regularly about these emotional and physical boundaries, communication style, share goals, revisit agreements so both the partners feel seen and supported. The love, let love not your lead. Love your spouse, love yourself. It's the root of jealousy. Is fear of being unloved, fear of being unseen, replaced, but love cast out of fear. Whenever jealousy arises, ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from love? Let love be your love. Love says, I trust you, I see you, I hear you, I choose peace, I choose you. So all those things are really, really important, guys. Never date someone that makes you feel unloved. So to conclude with everything, to communicate it, love, when you are in a relationship, it's important to communicate with your spouse. It's important to grow stronger together with self-awareness, opening dialogue, and intentional love. You can turn jealousy from threat to a teacher. Let your relationship be a secret place of truth, grace, and emotional reflection. So it's really, really important. And allow each other to grow. Like if I look at myself, mindset wise, where I was in like 10 years back to where I am now. I'm in that place where I want to grow. I'm in that place where I want to raise my children, not a better way than how I grew up. I had a good upbringing. So I can't say I want to raise my children better education and things like that. Those things come naturally as a parent. You can give your child the best education just by supporting them, being there for them, and making sure that they have a good education and stuff. But the only problem that I have for me, I'm someone who loves, I love staying updated with the world. Like I'm doing my business, I like to educate myself. So if I was to be with a man, I need a man that is going to complement that. Not a man that will say, don't do that, don't do that. I love doing some research about love. I love researching. I love to see what can I do to improve myself. I'm somebody who is always revolving, always wanting to learn, always wanting to always wanting to just to know what is going on. Not like in a I like to grow. And the life that I want as well, I know the life that I want as well as a woman. But to get that life is not easy. I like a life I don't know how to put it. I'm just trying to share with you guys, so it's really, really important when you choose a spouse. You don't choose a spouse that will suffocate you and say you can't do this, you cannot do this. Like I said to you guys in studying, studying is not cheap. So it means when others are going on a holiday, that 10 grand, I have to put a year to university. Some people, they can put that in go and maybe put it times three and go on a holiday 3 times. So, but I don't think I'm gonna be starting it. I don't think I will be. I don't think I will be spending that money anymore because I think I've studied enough. So I like those things. I'm just sharing with you guys so you can look at your character. I'm a woman who likes to upgrade. I like to be, one day I like to be when Bill Gates was born, and then one of their billionaires born. And to get there is not a wish. It requires you to have the knowledge. It requires you to know what you want, where you need to be. It requires you to surround yourself with people, and it requires you to be to the right person. So those things are important. So I don't know what's important for you. So if I need to be in that level, I need to know that is going to understand what does it take to get to that. It takes pain, disappointment, rejection, in businesses, me crying and coming to my spouse and crying. It takes joy. It takes everything. So that's where you need to be to someone who is in the same level mindset, who is in the same level with you. So that is important. Not someone who is going to be jealous and say, you know what, I feel that I'm not being loved. For me, I'm a woman who work. So what I would do is like in a relationship, I'm a woman who go to bed as a woman like everybody else. But then in the middle of the night, maybe 3 a.m., I have to get up and do the work. No one will notice that I'm not in bed. So that's how I work. I don't just become selfish and say, I'm just going to do my own thing. No, I don't do that. I wake up at 3 a.m. if I have to work and do the work. If I have to get up at 4 a.m., so 4, 5, 6, 7, but everyone else gets up at 3 hours of work. So I do that. So that's important. So I don't know, guys, when it comes to jealousy, um, the wounds that the attachment style, the upbringing plays a really, really big part of that. Me, I can't get jealous. When it comes to men, I can't get jealous. I have to date a man who is emotionally stable. I've not dated guys that put me under that place where I have to feel that I have to. I've dated normal guys. That part. So that's what I'm trying to share with you. Date normal women and date normal guys. Don't date a woman that is going to end up being a nightmare. Don't date a guy that becomes a nightmare. No. So that's not good. So if guys, if you are watching from YouTube, please do subscribe to our channel, be part of the family. If you are watching from Facebook, please, on Twitter, be part of the family. I have 2 groups on Facebook, Unique Billionaire Mindset and Positive Choice. And do follow us on Instagram as well. So God bless, guys, and live with grace. And so I've got some good news, guys, so I'm going to share with you next week. You know, I'm very, very transparent with my life. There are some things I don't share everything. I share 20% of my life. So the reason why I always share my life is because my journey, sometimes I help my audience that are struggling, that say they are not enough. So I share. I don't have to share with you guys. So yeah, I will share it with you next week on Monday or over the weekend. I'll share with you guys those good news and they will help you to actually build your confidence if you are that person who's got kids, because some people have kids and they think that that's the end of it. So God bless and leave a blessing. Do go to the website as well. And when you go to the website, please do subscribe. If you are looking for love, please do sign up for love and coaching as well to find your own voice and lead from it. And God bless and live with grace.